everybody, good morning. This is Jean here. Jean Truelove from Truelove Quilts for you. It is the morning time. I hope you're all having a lovely morning. I'm not. And I was debating whether to even film this morning. And Ian said, yes, go. You will enjoy it. You will love interacting with your friends. I thought, but I'm a misery today. And I don't have any really reason to be miserable. I woke up, well, actually a couple days ago, I started waking up with a stye in my eye, on my eyelid. And I've been using hot compresses and hot, damp compresses to draw it out. This morning it really, I'm back here, you can't see my pathetic eye. It's really pathetic and it hurts. It hurts. It's sort of, I know it'll go away, but I must have gotten maybe something infected, an eyelash, the base of an eyelash or something. And it's created a little spot on my eyelid. So that makes me miserable. And where am I? I'm at my sewing machine, my new sewing machine, which I think it's a two-edged sword. I don't know if I love this. It's an awesome machine. This is my new machine, my whatever it is, DX 2000 QVP, Quilt Virtuoso, Q Pro, whatever. It's an awesome machine. It really is. I have to get used to it. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. I started sewing something yesterday for the first time. And I was trying to put my thinking cap on for the Truelove challenge, okay? Which, here are my fabrics. Yes, you know them now by now. Here are the Truelove challenge fabrics, okay? We have the paisley. Oh, somebody said they weren't aware that it's a smaller print. It's just a small print, small paisley print. My polka dot, my sort of all over rainbow, my stripe, my sort of other polka dot with a white ground, and then my pattern, my real pattern, my stylized pattern, okay? So I got these out and I thought, what in the world am I going to do? So I did think of something, and even, I mean, I'm not creative in, like an artist creative. It's more of like a pattern that I'm following. I guess I'm not as adventurous as some people, like at the quilt shows. I'm thinking, oh my word, these people, what was in their brains? Like really, really awesome things. I'm more, let me say, a little bit more structured. It's funny that, because in life I'm sort of like all over the place, and I decorate funky, and I like funky things, and the challenge was to sort of step out of our comfort box and to do something not as structured, not as like I'm following a pattern, even though a lot of times I don't follow a pattern. Hope you can understand that. I came up with something, all right, and I started cutting. I chose the 5 fabrics that I was going to use, and then I have fleshed it out. I'm not going to show you because it's a surprise, because I think you'll be surprised. I'm waiting on just a few more fabrics that I have chosen that I didn't really have in my stash. I went back over to my house and to choose some fabrics, and I did to sort of flesh it out, because again, you have to use 5 of the 6 fabrics and then whatever other fabrics you want, just for our small quilt. The other thing is for me trying to scale this down. As you know, when I start sewing, I start making everything big. It starts out, a twin size, and then all of a sudden it's a full, and then a queen, and then a super king size quilt. Oh, I don't know. I just start making things. This is 35 inches by 40 inches. And that's not very, very big to get everything in that's in my head. Excuse me. I haven't had anything to drink this morning. I just woke up feeling miserable. But it's a sunny day, and I'm working on this. But I did start working on it, and I'm gonna get so fed up with me. I'm so blessed to be in our lovely little apartment here. It's so nice. Gray walls notwithstanding. It's fine. I had to put an old quilt on the back of my chair. I'm like, oh, it's really nice. everything down below that's ours is colorful. And the walls are lovely. They really are. And I don't want to hang anything up because if and when we leave, they'll want to return to their our son's apartment here, which is fine. And I'm so blessed I have this beautiful sewing area. I have my ironing board, which is new, my lovely little iron, my new sewing machine, my sewing table, my old island, my old cutting island here. So I went to start sewing my idea together for my quilt. And I got to a certain point and I realized, I needed something in my old sewing room, which is fine, but it's 15-20 minutes away. And I've come to a standstill. What I'm saying is I just got like, you know, the tornado and the flooding and the hurricane that has displaced us. If you're new to this, on September 1st, we were adversely affected by Hurricane Ida in the northeast of America here, not in Louisiana. I'm in Pennsylvania. And a tornado touched down in our yard. And I probably won't do it today, but I will show you. It's shocking. We lived through the tornado. We barely escaped with our lives, blah, blah, blah. And we're here. We're here in our son's basement, which is lovely, wonderful, super, while our house is being whatever it's being. It's right now at a standstill, being humidity controlled. The water's all gone. It's dry. It doesn't smell anymore. It's fine. And we're here. We're safe. But as the leaves here in Pennsylvania are falling, as you know, our son's property is at the front of 5 acres. We have maybe 2 acres, 1.5 acres, perhaps cleared. You've seen our home. The front yard and the backyard was a clear. Well, it's not anymore. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. We were just getting it really lovely bit of lawn and grass and making sort of almost a meadow down to cutting the brush down to the creek. Well, it's a mess now because there's massive trees uprooted and firewood all over the place. And coming on the other road to the back of our property is the other 3 acres of woods. You've seen me walk down to the woods a little bit, but then there's another like 2 acres down to a little county bridge, real sweet little bridge. You can see those woods off of this other road, like the 3 acres of woods. The leaves have dropped, and I couldn't believe it. Almost every single tree in a thick woods has been snapped. Just snapped. They look like toothpicks standing up in the air. Our son's woods. The tornado, was when all the leaves were on the trees. The tornado, you can see where the path, well, we lived it, was right in our backyard, right in the woods. It missed our home, and we were saying now that we can actually see the path of destruction that the tornado wreaked. I think I've said this before, but now it's so obvious. Our home, and where we were huddled in the one little inner hallway, while it whirled around us, was literally whirling around the home in sort of an oval. And now you can see in the back of our property, from the road onwards, like this. Here's our house, and it was like that. And every single tree is snapped, gone, uprooted, or just hanging by a thread. Dangerous, 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 dangerous. I said, nobody can walk in those woods. I mean, it's major tree work, and it was shocking to us. As I said, when the leaves were on the trees, we saw uprooted trees. You know, we saw a tree that fell. We saw another tree, but it's every single tree I'm gonna take a picture of it when I get a picture of it, when I get over there with my camera. Because as more and more leaves fall and it becomes more bare, it is unreal. I thought I'm not going to talk about the flood and the hurricane, but it's just sort of a knock-on effect here because you know I like to be positive, and I'm positive. It's okay. But I did wake up this, and then I thought I got to a certain point with my sewing, and even though this is lovely, it's sort of like a skeleton staff here. I mean, as you know, I'm very, very spoiled. I am. I'm lucky, I'm blessed, I'm fortunate, I'm spoiled in that my beautiful sewing room, which is okay, everything's okay, is not here. And I literally just grabbed some fabric and some scissors, you know, and my little iron. I know people would love to have this set up, and please don't think I'm a spoiled brat. I'm not. I've worked very, very hard my whole life, and then my pleasure is my sewing and my quilting for the last 15 years or so, and I've worked up to that. I hope you don't think I'm spoiled and I have an embarrassment of riches. I hope you don't think that. I would be very upset because I'm very, very blessed and lucky to have this situation, but it sort of stinks because I don't know where in my sewing room my things are. When the flooring had to be taken up because there was water, the flooring is all up. All of the things that were on the floor of my sewing room, which was a lot, lots of totes, lots of containers, got put in other parts of the home. I think a couple of them just got, we tried not to. A couple of them went into storage, which we tried not to. So I don't know where anything is. I did find a couple of books, quilting books yesterday. I have lots, but had gotten put wherever, and the pages are all stuck together, the moisture. My fabric is okay. The fabric is up, is okay, is all protected and everything. The dehumidifiers and the fans are going. That was another thing. The dehumidifier and the fans were going. We got a $600 electric bill. $575 electric bill. It's usually about $190. I thought, oh, and they're still going. And that was, I think that was sort of just a few days after this storm, the way the billing period is. So I think I said to Ian to try to keep the house lovely and moderately controlled temperature-wise. This month's electric bill will be $1,000. And as you know, we had renter's insurance. We rent our property. I'm sorry if I'm being miserable. All of a sudden I realized I'm being miserable. I think you just want to see me sew some squares together. But I will tell you, we don't have any renter's insurance because the disaster to our home, which flooded it, and our property with 2 foot of water, well, 8 foot of water came up. Our renter's insurance doesn't cover that flood water. It would have covered a burst pipe, a washing machine overflowing, the toilet backing up. That would have all been covered. It would have covered our living expenses here. It would have covered everything. But we have no claim. And the FEMA guy came out. I told you that was useless. That was useless. So we're okay, but Ian has to call the electric company, and hopefully we'll get some kind of compensation, because they can obviously see. But you know, you talk to machines for an hour, right, before you get fed up. Listen to elevator music, you know, before you get to a person. So it's just it was just like one thing after another, just small little things. You don't mind me, or maybe you do. Oh, and then I thought I had a real good idea about my project, right? And I thought, I'm gonna make a New York Beauty quilt block, right? I don't know if you know what a New York Beauty quilt block is, okay? It's a foundation pieced block. Don't look at it though. I've made these before. It even has the paper on it. I forgot to take the paper off. It's a little pattern I printed out, right? This was just practice fabric. Again, I just grabbed a few little bits and I grabbed these, right? And I've made this before, the curved piecing. It's not a beginner's block at all. I've done it, and I didn't know what I was doing. Right now, today, or yesterday, I got discouraged. I got real discouraged. This part worked out well. My points and stuff, that worked out well. That little scrap fabric I had. But then I went to do this and I didn't, it was a mess. And then I thought, oh, I'll just satin stitch this bit on. So that was a mess. And usually I'm pretty good when I'm sewing, but I'm like, oh, that stinks. So I thought, well, I'm gonna go back to some squares. The actual quilt that I'm making is gonna be sweet, I think. Again, sort of structured, sort of me, but that's okay. But today I thought, I'm stop being miserable. I'm gonna stop being miserable. Now I gotta figure out this machine. And again, this is Jen's, my friend Jen has this machine, and quite a few of you. She said she put it on 3. I don't even know where I put the manual. Oh, I think I put it in there. I should read it, but I'm not going to. And I had set it up, and it was working actually quite beautifully. The bobbin, I went to wind the bobbin, and it doesn't, you click the bobbin thing, all of a sudden it's doing it automatically. I mean, real quick, you don't have to push start or anything. So I had gotten these tablecloths quilt squares at the recent quilt show I went to. Lovely, 25 vintage tablecloth squares. Tablecloths, vintage, like 30s, 40s, 50s tablecloths, all beautiful. Just reminds me so much of my mom. We used to have these, go figure. You know, back then it was like so old fashioned, and now it's like trendy because they're expensive. So this woman on her Etsy shop, and I found her at the quilt show that I went to, has obviously spent however long, because she had tons of them, finding old vintage tablecloths and then cutting them into squares to get these beautiful, lovely designs. Again, sort of from the 50s, the 40s, the 30s. All 100% cotton, which is sort of like a nubbly cotton, if you know what I mean. And just reminded me so much of my mom and the tablecloths that we used to use. So here I am. I'm going to start. You guys want to watch me sew some squares together? So where are these? These are 6-inch squares. And yeah, the fabric unravels a lot, or does ravel a lot. So let me just see. Should I just start sewing squares together here? So let me see. I was doing the see, it sort of came unthreaded a little bit quicker. I have to get used to it. So I'm going to put that down. There's my, and I have it set. It's very quiet. Now, it stops with the presser foot slightly up with the needle down. But then, to get your fabric out, you need to sort of do your hand wheel, or is it here? Oh, I don't know. I'm not in the mood to sew. But look, Truelove quilts for you. Ta-da! That's pretty. That's pretty. I don't know. Yeah, let me just keep sewing some squares together. So anyway, yeah, I wasn't having a wonderful day. I'm sorry for moaning and all, but I thought I do want to say hello to my friends. I really do. But oops, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah. Oh, no, that goes up. Yeah, I gotta get used to this. I have not yet got my other Juki back. Or no, I hadn't even taken it in, obviously. Jen still has it. Because it's really no use spending all that money to get my Juki QVP Mini. Do I have to do that? I don't know. It's a mechanical machine, as you know. It's just a mechanical machine. Now, yeah, I know There's thread cutters here. On all my machines that I've had that has had an automatic thread cutter, it cuts the thread too short. Now somebody's going to say, oh no, how to fix that? But every single machine I've had, I don't use that, and I usually, again at home, I usually have a little tiny pair of scissors, but I'm okay with that. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a lovely day. Now that's bigger. This square is a little bit bigger. That's fine. I don't know. I got quite a lot of these squares. I know someone's going to say you don't have to do that. I know. So now for my challenge, I'm going to, there we go. I'm going to have to run out to the store. Forget this. And get the next, I need some, what is it? Like a fusible web. I'm doing an applique. And I usually would do Elmer's glue. I don't even have that. I don't have that here. I don't even know where that is at home. So I'm a little bit all at sea right now. Even though this is lovely. It really is lovely. It's just totally foreign to me. And I don't know. The machine is foreign. The setup is foreign. And yeah, I don't know where anything is. Anyway, I hope you don't think I'm too miserable today. I guess my eye hurts me. I guess I'm a little bit concerned also about our Maxwell. He really is not doing well. You know, post-traumatic stress, I guess, to a certain extent. And what happened was, actually it's a good thing, we're in the basement apartment of our son's home. And as you know, we're down here and it's lovely, and we have a lovely bed area and a sitting area and a living room, a nice bathroom, lovely kitchen, and then this lovely sewing room, office combined. Maxwell is in a wing of their home, separate, 2 stories away from us, 2 staircases away. And he has a very nice setup there, but he hasn't felt like going to work, and he just sweeps floors and is runs around for Ian or the boys, our sons, makes himself useful with his strength, with his muscles, but he hasn't felt like doing that. We have obviously not pushed him at all, letting him rest, letting him sleep. We're going outside, we're trying to do some chores, getting him out of the house, but he's just in not a good place. So what had happened is we do have a small interior hallway, pitch black, towards the back of the home, and I had said let's get a mattress, let's put a mattress down here, and it's right off of our living room, through the living room, and so you can sleep down here at nighttime. And he's like, oh, no, because he has his gaming, he has his computer. He has a very, has a very nice setup, very, very nice setup. And, but I know that he doesn't like to be away from us, because in our previous homes, in our home that we moved from originally and then our last home, he was within steps of our bedroom. And he hasn't been seizure-free from his epilepsy, but he was doing okay, but if there was anything untoward happening, I would be up in a heartbeat, or my husband, to take care of him or whatever. He's been pretty okay, but he is worried, 2 floors away. Now, our son and daughter-in-law are on the same floor level as he, and they have a large master suite, and it's the back end through their bathroom, through their laundry room, and what was the gym area in the home. That's where he is. So they said, oh, she's a mom, and she said, I will keep my ear out, and so that makes us feel much better. But I said, let's get a mattress. So we went out and we got a mattress, one of these in a box memory foam mattresses. He chose it. We went to a mattress place and we made up a small little a mattress on the floor, but nice. It's nice mattress, nice mattress cover, duvets. I got him another special pillow, and we put an actual curtain. So it's an interior dark hallway with a door this end and a curtain this end, and his mattress, and just enough for a charger and his phone. He's been taking naps there, but it's not comfortable enough for him to sleep downstairs. And I guess it's, I think we're going to work our way up to that, because he's like, oh, it's okay. Again, it's just so unusual. He's in, he had his own room before, he had his office, he had his rig, he doesn't have any of that. So even though he has a lovely room, excuse me, again, he's a little bit displaced, that's all. So we're trying our darndest to make him comfortable. And I could keep saying, he's a trooper. He is a trooper. He's not a blubbering mess. I am. I'm a blubbering mess with a style in my eye. But it's been a challenging situation, to say the least, even though we have what we have. And I hope I don't come across as spoiled. I really do hope that. It's been a rough month and a half, and it's sort of like we're getting, I don't know, one bad news after another, or some things aren't happening quick enough, and whatever. It's to be expected. So anyway, I'm going to finish sewing. I'm going to sew some squares together. Actually, it's going to be pretty. I think I have enough. I had gotten some more even. I think I have enough to make like a bed quilt. Oh, listen to me again. Oh my goodness. How many squares do I need to make a bed size quilt? But this is so easy. I'm enjoying it, and I will get used to the machine. I'm just not into it. That song. She's just not into that anymore. But yeah, I just thought I just wanted to chat today and vent and unload. Oh, I do have something I want to show you. Hold on. As you know, I've been really enjoying doing a paint by numbers. I got kits. I've gotten a couple of them, and I have finished my third one. I've done 2 of them, and I think you saw this in progress, but let me show you my finished paint by number. Can you see that? Isn't that lovely? That's a paint by number, folks. It's a kit. I think it's so pretty. My kids were so, like, they come in and they're like, what, Mom, that's so awesome. This particular one, this is a kit. I can't get the whole thing in the frame, but you get the idea. This is from a place called Masterpiece by Numbers. Again, I'm not sponsoring them or anything. I'm not sponsored. There's dozens of paint by number places, and it's challenging if you did not have a magnifying glass and a brilliant light, which again, I think I showed you on my previous videos what I do have. But look at that, I'm finished it. I'm going to be getting a lovely, big, lovely gold gilt frame for this one. And I've started another one. I'm enjoying doing that. I really am. I'm enjoying it. it is slightly tedious. And I take lots of breaks because I have it up on an easel. A lot of people paint by number like this on the tabletop. I couldn't do that. It was hurting my neck. I take a lot of breaks and I go away from it. But it didn't take me all that long. I think Niles came in, our son. He said, how long did that take you? Probably, I would say about 25 to maybe 28 hours, if that. If that. When people ask me how long did it take to make a quilt, I don't say, oh, you know, I worked on it for 3 weeks or anything like that. I've always just sort of equated my time in hours. You know, maybe a baby quilt will take maybe 8 to 12 hours, if that, 6 to 12 hours, something like that. A lap size quilt, maybe 12 to 15 hours, that type of thing. I have spent up to 100 hours, over 100 hours on a big size quilt. But yeah, my paint by number I'm enjoying. Anyway, I've waffled on long enough. This is a video with no meaning whatsoever. But I do hope you are having a good day, a better day than I am. Actually, the sun is shining. I am going to get out. I'm going to go out, enjoy their lovely garden here. It's just beautiful. I'm not going to go over to our other house today. It's depressing. It's depressing. Oh, our son wanted a pressure washer that was in our barn. And I had to meet him over there with a key to get into the barn, whatever, yesterday. And they needed it for a job. We have all of our tools. Well, completely, again, I think our brains can only cope with so much. The pressure washer was under 2 foot of water. Well, the water's gone. He pulled it out. It's his pressure washer. And he went to do it, and it doesn't work. And he looked and he goes, not our fault. We didn't even sort of realize it. Again, things are coming up that it's like, you know, the knock-on effect of a disaster. And that's sort of what this video is about. I'm so sorry. But like that was his, you know, very expensive pressure washer. That's done. We had a generator that we had just gotten that got water in it. They probably all can be fixed, but it's the carburetor and this gets flooded in that, and it's just a pain in the neck. So things that we didn't even realize that were now just coming to light. So, and like today I have to go out to Joann Fabrics and buy something that I would have normally just walked across my room and gotten. But never mind. First world problems, right? We're so very, very blessed. I'm blessed to have you guys as friends that listen to me as I'm venting and being miserable with my swollen eye. Yeah, we appreciate all your prayers and all your well wishes and all your concern for our family here. We are fine. We are okay. There's a lot of other people who are in a lot worse shape than we are. We're very blessed. And we're very blessed to have you guys as our friends. And as always, thank you so much. Love from the Trueloves. Bye-bye.